Well, hello everybody and welcome to tonight's stream. It has been a while. Vacation, travel, all kinds of fun stuff that gets in the way and takes you away from the hobby desk. And as you guys can see, stuff is piling up behind me to get worked on. So lots going on. It's been crazy. Glad to be sitting here. Steven, welcome to the stream, man. I appreciate it. It has been too long. And I've got a project sitting in front of me that needs some love. I think it's a really awesome model that we're going to assemble tonight and just kind of need to work on. So, but also, if you didn't catch last week's video, I unveiled the Frozen Mini 8KS. And this week, we're going to unbox that. We're going to unbox the Bamboo Labs X1 series combo with the AMS multi-filament system. It's the first time I've ever had a multi-filament system, and I'm really kind of excited to and really hopeful, one, that the filament I ordered for it arrives, but two, that it is going to remove the need for me to paint prints like this. So lots of cool stuff coming, lots of cool stuff going on, and lots of fun stuff, but not enough time. Time has been my enemy lately, and I've got so many awesome models going on, and I just can't even work on them. That's what we're doing tonight. We're going to work on this. So I appreciate everybody who joins. Just remember, if you're not a member here, consider becoming a member of the channel. The button is just down below there, because that will give you access to Discord, where I think three of us were chatting almost daily on Discord, and kind of cool perks like that. And I've got to fix some of the perks because I haven't made the members page yet for the videos, and I got to do that. So I'm behind on that one. So lots of fun stuff, lots of cool stuff going on. We're going to be building a Wolverine model tonight. If you didn't see that in the title, the model is by Wicked 3D. It is a gorgeous model, but we're not done yet with the Longcar class Federation ship. We're not done with the Imperial warship. So while we maybe have to let glue dry or something, we'll hop to those and keep hopping back and forth. And if you can also notice the big pile back there, the model channel, man, I've really got to get to work on the model channel. I did get the Leviathan box. There's an Imperial lat over there somewhere. The Gundams are still here. Time! Where is it? Where do we earn it? So a lot to work on, a lot to build, and just kind of start getting stuff moving forward. Now, at the time that I'm running this stream, also, if you are an Amazon Prime person, it is Amazon Prime Day today and tomorrow. So go look for those good deals. In my description is my Amazon affiliate link. If you guys use that and go make a purchase, it doesn't have to be anything that the link was. If you make a purchase within 24 hours, that helps the channel as well. That's one way that the affiliate marketing helps pay for things that come to the channel. So if you don't mind clicking that link in the description. And also in the description is my link to Monument Hobbies, Pro Acryl paints, and all that cool stuff with a 10% off discount code. I believe it is just Rise 3D Print is the code. But go out there if you're looking for paints. The Pro Acryl paints is what I use on Doomguy. It's what I use on a lot of these, including the Imperial, the Warhammer Cruiser, all that nice dark gray and that white. That's all Pro Acryl. So you can see there, that's just the dark silver with some gun layer undermints. And you can see on the other side where I've started using the Citadel Retributor armor and what's the other one I was using? Runelord brass to start putting a lot of details into this. So, and another project, I got projects, so many to do. August is going to be a fun month. We're going to do a lot. We got a very nice Lord Vader to work on with a really cool on fire TIE fighter destroyed TIE fighter base. Now this one, we're gonna have to get innovative, because you can see he has the hilt in his hand. I broke the lightsaber off cleaning it, so we got to get that back on there, because one, part of his finger is on there, so we can't just not do it. So so we will get that fixed. We'll get him fixed up right and get that lightsaber on there and get the model looking the way it should. And to do that, we're going to probably just use some super glue adhesive, and then the frozen UV curing putty to fill it in and make it look great. Hey, Curtis, welcome to it. Hey, glad you love the printer, man. That's awesome. And like I said just a few minutes ago, we got more to try out. I did get notified before we hop over my M5 from Anycubic, their new 12K printer. It should arrive Friday. The frozen conversion kits for the Mighty 8Ks that I talked about in an earlier video, those are on their way too. I don't exactly have a date when those will arrive. So lots of printer work coming. The conversion kit one I think is going to be a lot of fun, because we got to take our printer apart, put in new parts, and put it back together and make sure it works. And I'm going to probably do that both as a live stream and then do a comprehensive video. So you guys will get to see me stumbling through that and trying to make that kind of a fun thing to do. So lots of cool stuff coming. Models everywhere. Because yeah, the bamboo back there, I'm really hopeful that it is going to make projects like this TARDIS Dice Tower a thing of painting misery past. Because like here, I do all the white, I come in with black, I do all the lettering, and it takes me about 2 hours to paint one of these. And they're pretty popular. They're really, really good models because they're a dice tower, and it gives an authentic look to them. And I'm really kind of hoping with the 4-color system of the bamboo printer, it's going to really kind of help out and make things work better. Also, courtesy of my friend Joe Hudson, I'm going to be hooking this up to my paint station and putting a carbon filter in there to kind of help keep my paint room nice and clean. So lots of cool stuff going on, lots of things just going crazy, lots of work to do. But hey, you guys are here to see Wolverine. Enough jibber jabber. Yeah, I'm jibber jabbering. I've been gone for a while. I miss you guys. I mean, that's the fun of Friday night, is getting, or it's not even Friday. I don't even know what day it is. That's how bad this is. Of Tuesday night is getting to sit here and talk with you guys and build some awesome models. Now let's see here if I can get this aligned the way I want to align it. Let's hop over. So that's the top view. You guys can see this is a pretty large model. Comparison to my hands. This is the base. It was 2 pieces. I think, no, it's still separate. So you guys can see it was printed in separate pieces. There's still some support stuck to it, stuff like that I need to sonic saber off. There's going to be some grooves that we'll have to fill in with some of the frozen curing putty. We've got some surface details, but here's the coup de grace right here. Look at that face. I love the Mighty 8Ks. A little bit of sanding in that, and he's going to be great. So it's not going to take horribly long to build this, which is going to make my day. So we'll switch over to the side view. We'll get this in here and get this getting built. You guys can see Lord Vader, the long car, still in there. I've been doing some work on that on the side, just trying to get that going. But first, we need to clear out these base holes. And for that is my trusty tool from Frozen, their Sonic Saber. If you haven't seen this tool, go check out my video on this. From Frozen. It is just a great tool for going in and just cutting out, even when they're cured. This thing is fantastic for removing supports. So some people don't like the sound of it, which I can't blame them. but it just makes the job working with this stuff so much easier. Because basically I would have been sitting there with a pair of pliers for 15 or 20 minutes when I've just broken up all that support in there. I can just pull out the trash can and have that support hole nice and clean. There's one little one left down in there. He may have to be a pair of pliers. Nope, my sonic saber can reach it. And boom, that hole is now clear and ready for use. We're gonna get in here and get some more stuff cleaned up. Get some more of these supports from printing, cut off, kind of smooth it off. Some of these edges where the supports were a little too tall. Now I could do a lot of this with sanding, but the Sonic Saber does a nice little quick job of cutting those tips down to kind of make the sanding job a little bit easier. Yes, the sound is horrible. I hope you guys can tolerate it. But getting rid of all these little supports as cleanly as we can. Now I could snap them all off, and then I would have a bigger sanding mess where the Sonic Saber just comes in and says, nope, get out of here. And just gives me a lot cleaner look. And lets me just get rid of unsightly blemishes. Now, like in here, I'm not even worried about that. That's all going to be hidden. Because one of the things I do when I place these on a build plate, which if you guys want a build plate setting video of me prepping prints, definitely let me know. Comments, guys. Comments. Let's get that chat rolling. But one of the things too, Wicked 3D, they do such an awesome job. If you haven't consider going over and joining their Patreon. They put out 4 or 5 models a week or a month to their Patreon. It's really kind of cool how much they give to their community. And you know, they're showing what's coming next. They're showing all kinds of cool stuff. So it is definitely something worth. They're definitely one of the bigger Patreons I like to follow, just because they do a lot of stuff in Marvel. They do stuff in Star Wars. I mean, just a couple months ago was Power Rangers. They've had Mortal Kombat recently. So they've done just a lot of cool stuff. And they do just really their communication is great. If you find a flaw or something's not printing right and you've tried multiple times, they give pre-supported models, which can be very helpful, especially if you know, like me, I will cut the first time I'll cut it myself. The second time I'll go look at their pre-supported model and try to figure out what's different, especially if I'm scaling up or down. So right here, it's just unfortunate I didn't catch this stuff before I cured it, because I probably printed this model 6 or 7 months ago, and I just put it in a box and never assembled it. So a little different, doing something with another figure. Don't worry, guys, the starships are not gone. They're just on hiatus. But you guys can just see how well this helps. How well this just helps take these off. I mean, they're just pops them clean. There we go. What was going to be a pain in the butt is now gone. Now, the Sonic Sabers can be a bit pricey. This one runs about $250. But in the long run, it is so helpful. Because what I'd like to do tonight is get this filled, puttied, and then kind of start looking at this. I probably won't sand this on stream, so you don't have to worry about listening to a horrible sander for a while. So, oh, Curtis, you ain't got a problem there, man. Let me tell you, my to-do list, my model list, oh my goodness. There are 24, no, 25, 26, 27 is on its way. Printers in this shop, and I'll tell you right now, most of them are running on something. We are constantly printing, and I still never get caught up. I've got a really, really fantastic looking Babylon 5 Star Fury that is about this big. Get my hands in about this big, all resin, one piece. Came out gorgeous. And I still haven't got the painter, and it makes me sad. Well, it's got to go in the curing booth, unfortunately for me. But no, there is nothing to be ashamed of your print list, man. I've got so many. I don't know how my wife tolerates me sometimes. There's so many to take care of in the shop. So I'm going to go ahead and bead this guy down so I can do the line filling. I'm just using standard super glue, guys. That's the glue I use with resin prints. It works well. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. It works for me, and that's where I'm sticking with. There's just a burr there that I wanted to get rid of. We'll set this guy down. And boom. But you can see right here, there's a gap that I'll have to putty. Didn't notice I bumped the camera here where you guys couldn't see. I apologize about that. If you guys are having that kind of thing, definitely holler at me. Is the camera even working? Yeah, I think so. I think YouTube's just behind. But no, I mean, even today, I bought a new model. So CD Trader, I think, was at 50% off. So I bought a few models to my shame. No, I had that right the first time. There we go. Get those legs popped in there. Okay. Camera, why are you not where I want you to be? Burp, 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 burp. Ah, there we go. All right, and you guys can see the legs easily fit in there. There's a few burrs. Sonic Saber. We'll get in here and cut some of these details out. That shouldn't be there. Kind of clean this up a little bit. I mean, you can even just see here the detail, the legs, and just the pattern in the fabric looking is just fantastic. And I love how easily their parts, they take a lot of time in fitting their parts. That's one thing I love about Wicked 3D and some of the others out there that just don't do the fitting correctly. And make this difficult where people just don't want to even play with it. Oh, and I just went and stuck my hand in super glue. I'm a smarty. But even this, I mean, just looking at his upper body, I mean, that's just gorgeous. So now what I'll do here is I'm going to get my fitting to sit just right so it actually looks right. So I don't have to do a bunch of seaming because I don't want to lose the lines. And actually, I may have already done this apparently. So I can actually glue this in place. after I do some cleanup. So I'm going to scoot that back. Ooh. I'm going to clean him up real quick with the Sonic Saber. Hey, Douglas, how's it going, man? Now, if you guys want to see me paint this on stream and actually give this a full bore shot, y'all got to go put that in the comments when this becomes a video that you want to see this thing painted from top to bottom. And we can do that in the live streams, or I can make it another video. But if you guys want to see this, or if you want me to get my butt back to ships where I belong, that's all up to you guys. So we got all the little pieces kind of cleared out. I don't see too terrible amount of pitting, so I'm actually going to go ahead and glue this onto the upper body. Douglas, hopefully you're having a good week. Things are going good for you. I'm glad that Neptune 3 is working for you, man. I'm stoked. If you missed it earlier, the bamboo has arrived. So we will be working with that. So I'm going to use some accelerant here to just really get the glue, super glue there to dry really quick. So I'm going to spray that on the other half. We're going to set this down. And that accelerant should basically cook this together real quick. I mean, I can hear it cracking in there. All right. So just in this little bit of time, there you go. That's what we've done. So yeah, we're making good progress here. Yeah, well, you're a member, so Douglas, you see everything before everybody else does. That's one of the perks of being a member, guys, is you get to see things before anybody else. Now this piece of terrain needs a little bit of a cleanup. This is a more delicate piece, so I need to be really careful cutting this off so I don't break it. So if I break it, that means I got to start pinning stuff, and I don't want to pin it if I don't have to. So yeah, there's quite a bit of support still in here. Get that all out of here. We don't want supports. We don't want supports. Well, we do when we print it, but now we don't. So we'll let the Sonic Saber take care of all that work. All right, nice and clean. We're going to add that onto the model. So it goes up here in the front. Nice and keystoned. So we'll get some super glue on that too. Get that set in there. There we go. More and more getting in there. Ooh, you don't want to sit. Stay in there. I don't want to sit here and hold you for 20 minutes. Oh, honest. Awesome, Douglas. I'm glad that is working well for you, man. I am really happy for you. I know that CR10 Smart was a real bummer and letdown. Honestly, for both of us. All right, now that's adhered. Then I got this one last piece. There's 2 points of support need cutting off. We'll get that cut off, and we'll get that down here. It goes in the base as well. Oh yeah. All right, and this one, it is just a piece that sits down here. So I'm going to get as much super glue in the hole as I can. Like that. Then I'm going to get my accelerant and spray on the other end. So when I set this in here, it's going to just dry almost immediately. And there we go. So basically, there's the base. Now there's one more piece that I know is on my desk that broke off that I'm going to try to re-adhere right here. I just got to figure out which way it went, which I think it was that way. And I'll try to adhere that back on manually. If not, I'll have to pin it, which will be kind of poopy, but you do what you got to do to get it to work right. So I'm going to clean up here a little bit. And yeah, I mean, that is just rock star right there. Now I notice this one tine is a little down. What I'll do is I'll hit that with a heat gun and get that to pull back up. So, and then the last piece, which I left this off intentionally because I want to paint his face separate. He just slots right in, and actually it probably hold on its own. There is the face. So that is a pretty kick-ass model, if you ask me. Printed with the Frozen Mega 8K is how this guy was printed, in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces. I believe this was 2 separate print jobs, so definitely a really cool model, a really cool and beautiful print that has been kind of put out there. And if you guys go join Wicked 3D's Patreon, there are ways to get this model. I will not supply you the files. You have to go to them. So kind of keep that in mind, but all credit to them. This was their file. There goes the head. Ha! Flying off. So kind of now it's a little bit of sanding and priming. Sanding, filling, and priming are the next steps. I did not glue the actual figure into the base. I can still pull this free to do it in separate pieces, but I honestly want to do the filling like this so that the primer and stuff looks right. Especially kind of over here in the mud, I may actually kind of fill in maybe even with some cotton to kind of give that mud kind of push off effect. A lot of the shininess from the glues will disappear, and it'll kind of make the model look a lot more awesome. So, but yeah, there's just a little bit of smoothing, like right here on his head. You can kind of see a little bit of layer lining. So I'll smooth that out, and that won't be a problem at all. So yeah, definitely an awesome model. These guys do great work. If you're a Marvel fan, X-Men, anything like that, make sure you go out and give these guys some love. They're called Wicked 3D. Go look them up on Patreon. Because honestly, that's the best way to follow them, is just become a patron of them. I'm also over on Patreon if you want to do that, but I prefer you join the YouTube membership. Yeah, the pose is just awesome. And just the actual model itself is just really well laid out, thought out. The muscles and everything in his back. I mean, there's just so much paint detail that can be done here. with highlights and the blacks and the yellows, depending on what colors you go with. There's a lot of cool stuff that you can get into with painting him. So yeah, definitely going to be looking forward to that. But I'm going to move him off the table for now and kind of let all that glue set. So that I can get into filling him in later. My poor table mat. Oh, and I got to fix this piece. Put that over there with him so I don't forget it. But I felt bad because he just sat in a box. I printed him, and I don't even remember what he was originally for, what the project was. If someone had asked me to print them and I was doing a time and material or what I was doing. But he's going to be a cool build. Now, it's your guys' job. You want to see this thing painted on the channel? Well, then you got to get it in these comments, or get it in the chat, or get it in the comments if you're watching this post. And definitely let me know you guys want to see me attempt to paint that. So, which that also could lead into some guests coming on to help me. Kind of doing that kind of stuff and getting things moving kind of forward. What do I want to work on next? My long car. This honestly just needs a little bit more love. It doesn't need a whole bunch. It is kind of coming right along. I need to do some love here. And a little bit more coloring in here, some weathering, and then I should be able to do some highlighting strips in there. This guy will be ready for his base and to go to his new owner. It's a pretty nice little clean little ship. Got the Imperial ship. I don't know why, guys. I'm running out of energy today. But that also segues into something that's gonna happen is Sunday nights. We're gonna get that rolling here. Hopefully, maybe this coming week, if not next week. So we're gonna get more streams going because honestly, I want to get more work done. And I get a lot of work done when I'm sitting here with you guys on stream. So just so you know, I appreciate you guys being on stream with me and stuff like that. It really does help motivate me too. Hey, Don. Been a while. It does help motivate me also to be better and push harder. To be a better model builder. So yeah. What do I want to work on? Do I want to tackle fixing his lightsaber and cleaning off his supports? Or do I want to paint? Help me decide, guys, here. What do I want to do? Do I want to continue cleaning and working on models, or do I want to paint? It's just itching to see some of these fixed. Get some of these little straggler pieces off since my desk is a mess. Now, I will be honest. I'm probably going to... this guy's going to be done on the channel. So I'm just kind of overruling everybody on that one. So he is going to be painted here because this is just such an awesome, awesome model in my opinion. that I just couldn't not see it getting done. And honestly, I just can't see me not taking a crack at it. So let's finish cleaning him up here. Get some of these supports off. Because what I'm going to have to do, since I broke that lightsaber, is I'm actually going to have to pin it. Drill it and use a pin in it to get that to attach properly and actually stay connected. And so far, the only vote is paint. So I guess that's what we're going to do here as soon as I finish cleaning off this last couple support pieces I see. So this is kind of the gritty part that a lot of model channels don't show, is having to do this. They go from printer to looking at a gooey mess to perfect model ready with primer. You guys see it from the beginning. So much better with the supports removed now. There we go. All right, we're going to set you aside. We're going to lurk on our cruiser. Well, one, we're going to clean up the bits. Because one thing, too, if I was going to sand, then I got to go get the face mask out. I don't want to get the face mask on tonight. Not tonight. Retributor armor. Yeah, we still got a lot to do with the Retributor armor. So that's what we're going to do. This is Citadel's Retributor armor. Really great base paint. We're going to start bringing that gold back through the rest of the ship. We're going to do that here. Yeah, that Vader model, I believe, is C9. I think it's from them. But also, that's blown up to 125 millimeter. And some other changes that I made to it. Well, that ain't gonna work. I need distilled water to wash my brushes. It's been so long that I painted that my water in my paint cup evaporated. I gotta do better, guys. Oh. All right. This poor brush is about giving up. Guys, if you are looking for paint supplies and stuff, get over there on Amazon. I got notified by my Amazon associate that CR10 V2s that I back, the Odins that I back, a lot of tools have sold out today. So go check out the prices. I am being a good boy. I'm trying to stay away and not spend money. But Amazon Day only comes around once a year. So definitely go out. If there's something you've been eyeballing, it may be worth going and looking at today. I am very blessed that a lot of the stuff that I need is already here in the house right now. So I just need to actually, work on it at some point. Just kind of adding this gold contrast further more and more into the ship. Make it pop a lot more. I'm not even too worried about making mistakes because I can clean them up later. So that's one of the things. Always kind of keep track of what colors you're using and where you're using them, because that can be very, very helpful in fixing mistakes. Like I know that I use the Pro Acryl White, Bold White, dark silver, Rune Lord brass, and the Retributor armor. That's all I've used so far. And as I build the model out, because I'm building up in my colors right now, so I know what I've used, where I've used it. What you guys don't see is I actually keep a notebook of how I did this process. Because guess what I got to do? I got to do it all again over here. So the weathering pin on the torpedo tubes and all that kind of stuff is, since I didn't start and work my way back the whole side, it makes things a bit harder to keep track of what I did. Right now I'm just working this gold in. I will probably dinge this gold up because in some places it's just too bright for something that's maybe been in space for a century. So we'll need to dim it down. And make it more of a flatter color. So, just adding simple little things like a little bit of gray or something like that can change the way this gold reacts. Dim it. Also, we can use washes to really kind of make the ship look like it's been, in space for, it's an Imperial warship. This thing could have been in space for centuries. But I'm just kind of working on just details in here. Let that catch up real quick since I moved it. And just kind of pulling in the colors. And one of the things I don't want to do with this, I don't want to get 50 colors on here. At that point, I've gone to the Emperor's Children color scheme, and I just don't want that. That's why I've only chosen a few colors, and I'm just moving through the side. Kind of giving that one color look. And yes, I've chosen bright colors to kind of give that accent to the ship, because this is a proud ship of the Imperial Navy. So I may have some Chaos runners in here, but this one is Imperial. Luckily, the Imperial color scheme is not that difficult to adhere to. But definitely when I start doing the engine work, that's going to be interesting. These towers, I'm just going to go ahead and go around them. I'm not even thinning these base paints down yet, so just coming in full bore with them. But definitely next week or on Friday, we'll catch up with Vader. Hopefully I'll have him sanded, maybe even in the primer. And if you guys so vote, we'll try to start doing some paint to him. But you guys got to choose that, not me. And what I want to do is I want to come in with some whites and darks and maybe try to make it look like there's a little person in that window. Just a little touch of something special in those command deck windows. That's going to be a challenge. And I will rise to the challenge. Mwahaha! I'm realizing I've done something quite silly. I didn't put my glasses on. So I've done this completely without my glasses. So I may put my glasses on and realize I've made a huge mistake. But we will see. Go ahead and do this other side real quick on these. So what has everybody else been working on? Douglas, you were sharing a bunch of prints that you were after and doing, and I'm glad you have just kind of soared with that printer. I have been really kind of thinking out and debating my my Mandalorian armor, what I want to do there. So we'll have some discussion on that on some upcoming streams as I kind of figure out and kind of have my ideas laid out to talk with you guys about. Of course, members, you'll get to see that first in Discord. Um, so another reason to run out there and join. So definitely a lot of fun stuff coming up and a lot of busyness. And busyness is good. Busyness is healthy. So as many of you know, here a few months back, we had a really bad hailstorm come through, damaged our cars, just did a lot of damage. The brand new roof is finally installed. Just kind of has been a big distraction, and that's starting to come to the end of the line on that too. So that's going to help me be here a bit more. I'm hoping to do more of this stuff because like I said, I am so far behind on projects. I feel bad because I've got other people that are asking me to do projects, and I just can't seem to get my head above water. I'm liking that gold a lot better there. Retributor armor always lays down so nicely. It's one of my favorite colors to work with. I'm just kind of looking right now, where do I want to add more of the gold? Where has the ship been decorated with the gold? So the next color I want to come in with is copper. And really kind of give that kind of steampunk look that the Mechanicum has. And kind of fill that into here. And give that expression to it. I want to kind of try to come into these grooves with like a pale blue, I think, to kind of signify the engine lighting, and that I've actually been kind of debating actually doing an engine fire for this. Just haven't really kind of worked on it. I haven't been concepting real well. And that's something that's really sad, because usually I plan my models out. And I haven't been planning out like I usually do. So I got to do better at that. I got to do better about just getting videos back on track, because I have fallen behind. And I do apologize to you guys for that. I know my Friday content has not been as consistent as it should have been and should be. So hopefully we're getting back on track with that. having a bunch of new printers show up, that kind of helps out, you know. Oh, nice, Mr. Bamboo. Yeah. So, okay. Miniature channel. Show and tell time. So, I was at a yard sale. Okay. And if you follow me on Instagram, you've seen some of this. It's a 1/350 Enterprise refit. The box was missing. They bought a lot of the stuff to do the fiber optics. But once the diorama for our Gundams are done, that's going to become like every other week video, probably. We've still got my Warlord Titan. We've still got my Warhound Titan to build as well. I guess, like I said, I just have so much stuff I want to build. And that's where investing in things like the bamboo printer back here is to make projects like these be done in their colors that I don't have to spend time on that. I can spend time on this cool stuff. And that's kind of the goal that I want to get to here. And also just share that, you know, one of the things why I do this right now is I want to share this journey with you. Sharing this journey with you is more fun and more important to me than some of this work. You guys have become my friends. You know, I appreciate everybody that follows and subscribes and does all that jazz, because I know it's just a click for some people, but when you guys go out and watch the videos, that shows me I'm doing what you guys want and what you're looking to see, and that's just important to me. So on the Rise of Miniature Models, hopefully later this year, I'm hoping to get mine, and I'm hoping to actually make it a live stream content. The new table is back there. I've got to fit it with the camera rig so that I can actually kind of easily do that. It's just kind of, with everything with getting the house fixed and all that kind of stuff, it honestly just kind of fell to the back burner because got to take care of family first. And it's what I've been having to do a lot of. And a lot of that is kind of getting done and coming to an end so that I can get focused back on the passion here. But yeah, that gold is really starting to set more and more in. It's starting to really kind of make the ship pop. I need to come back in with the Rimlord brass in here. I want to come in with a gunmetal silver that will pop against this dark silver, and really kind of make things pop. But looking at the time, guys, I am afraid we have kind of approached the end of the stream that we can get to. So I am going to set that guy aside. I'm going to clean my brush. And I'm going to open it up for a little bit here. Does anybody have any printing problems, anything like that they want to talk about before the end of the stream? So I want to get better about that, because honestly, this whole channel was originally started because people found 3D printing too hard to do. And it's really not. So, but again, just kind of open it up, let everybody kind of throw it out there. Yeah, Mr. Bamboo, who knows? Maybe we'll bounce ideas off each other as we build. So that is the older kit. So I have the newer kit as well, where they fix the warp struts. They don't need as much support. But also, I've not done many builds where I lit up the print or the model, or even just a standard model. And that 1/350, honestly, both 1/350s, I plan to light them up. So lots of fun stuff there. Got to get that table back there cleared off. You guys can see Wolverine standing proud back there. We've got him assembled now. I'll work on filling and getting him primered. And start getting some more builds going. So guys, kind of keep looking out for more streams popping up. That's kind of the hope, is to get streams more on a regular basis. to kind of reset and kind of figure out what works, set a new schedule. And yeah, that's kind of what, it's just good to be back, guys. So hopefully you guys enjoy the content. Make sure if you can hit that thumbs up button. That is greatly appreciated. I know one person gave us a thumbs down button, and you know what? That's okay too. Because guess what? That's a YouTube interaction, and that helps me out too. So, hey, it helps me be better. So, I appreciate you guys, definitely. Make sure you're subscribed if you're new. Leave it down in the comments if you want us to paint that Wolverine. And also just, give the channel some love. Give us a like. Make sure you hit down in that comment. And let me know. And Curtis, just so you know, on that poor lightsaber, I broke that after getting the supports off. I accidentally, yeah, that was my bad. So, but hey, that stuff happens, and now we get to learn how to pin and fix it. So, all right, guys, thank you. Have a good night, and we will see you guys in the next stream.